Hey everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today I'm going to show you the method I'm using to try to learn my fretboard all the way up and down, which is learning just the C major pentatonic all up and down the fretboard. And if you learn just the 5 notes of the C major pentatonic where they are all over, then you can, with just those 5 notes, you can figure out where every other note is that you could ever want to play. So let me show you how that method would work using a Fretboard Toolbox Original Mandolin Edition. Okay, so to try this method of learning your fretboard all up and down, if we take a Fretboard Toolbox and we flip to the C major page, then you can see that the C major pentatonic notes are going to be all these notes in white boxes all up and down the fretboard. So pentatonic scales just use 5 of the 7, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti notes. The pentatonic, instead of all 7 notes, it's C, D, E, or the 1, 2, 3 note, 5, 6, and then back to 1. So just C, D, E, G, A. And if I can see where C, D, E's, G's, A's are all over the fretboard, then I can figure out where every other note is. So let me just show you how that would work. If we take a look here, this C note on the G strings, we got C, D, open on the 3rd, open, C, D, E, G is up here on the 5th, here's A on the 2nd string open, and then C, and then you can continue that. And I'm just playing notes in white boxes here. So if we look back at the pentatonic jig, you can see that if I learn just the notes in white boxes, then I can find every other note on the fretboard. So I just need to spend a lot of time trying to see where are my C's at, where are my D's. I've got D's on 7th fret, 4th strings, 3rd string open, or 12th fret on the 3rd string. I have D's on the 2nd string, 5th fret. D's are on the 10th fret of the 1st strings. So I find my C's, D's, E's, G's, and A's all over the fretboard. Then any other note that I want, I can figure out based on this layout. So let's say I want a C sharp or a D flat note. If I know where C and D is, and I know that C sharp is 1 fret up from C, or D flat is 1 fret down from D, then I can find my C sharp or D flat really easy. If I need D sharp or E flat, same thing. If I need an F, I need to know that E and F are right next door to each other. So if I know where E is, and I know that E and F are next door, and F's just 1 fret higher, I got my F's. If I need an F sharp or G flat, I know that F sharp or G flat's just 1 fret down from G. A flats would be here, G sharps would be here. And so I can find every other note, and nothing is farther than the fret next door to a fret that I already know. So we got A flat, A sharp, or B flat, G, G sharp, etc. So just by learning those 5 notes, every other note on the fretboard can easily be figured out. So the 2 that you just have to keep in mind, the weird ones, are that E and F are right next door to each other, and B and C are right next door to each other. And so if you remember those 2, it makes it a lot easier. And if you happen to know what a piano fretboard looks like, and you know that there's a couple places where white keys are next to each other, that's E and F that are right next door to each other, and B and C. So again, if you're trying to, like me, you want to memorize the whole fretboard, learning the C major pentatonic is a great place to start, because you can find everything else based on just those 5 notes. And the last thing is that if you know where the notes are all over the fretboard, and then you have some kind of tool that can show you which of those notes make up each chord, then I can figure out any chord that I want and figure out lots of places to play it. Like everywhere I can play just D's, F's, and A's, I'm playing a D minor. Or anywhere I can play G's, B's, and D's, I'm playing G major. So It's I won't say I've got the whole fretboard down pat yet, but it's I'm getting a lot closer than I've ever been before, and it's really starting to be fun knowing where some of these places are, and then when I want to solo to something, I can pick different places. If I want to start with a C, I can pick different places to start that solo off. So I appreciate you checking out the video. We'll have a lot more coming, and happy music making.